Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we wrap up show number 481 in our long career here on ESPN 790 as part of the Intercom radio family. Started in the dungeons down at 16, whatever it was, on Union Avenue where Channel 5 is, and now we're out here at Intercom in quarantine with our wonderful show producer, Shelby McCall.
That's right. Shelby better be glad she wasn't back there at the beginning. She'd be on that old hand crank generator.
Watch that now, Shelby. What are you going to say, Shelby? You're not ready for that, are you?
I've done that before, so.
She's done that before. Okay, that wouldn't fool this girl. I can tell you that for a fact. We've had some technical difficulties today. We've gotten through it. I've saved the best for last, as you might want to say, because you'll say, well, why has he got Dale Sanders on there again? Well, not only do I consider Dale one of my favorite guests, because I never know what's going to happen in Dale's career.
He's a Superman.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's...
you never know where he's going to be at.
No, he's middle-aged for a 168-year-old man. You figure that one out, okay? I mean, he's working on Methuselah here. But
well, I'm humbled so much, but you know, I tell you, at my age, sometimes I don't know where I'm going to be next day.
Well, I have trouble figuring out what day it is now with everything, with no churches, well, no nothing, and things like that. Dale was in.
Well, actually,
what?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm very blessed to be healthy, and
you are, Dale.
I just hope I can stay this way to do a few more world records.
Well, one world record that we talked about a couple of weeks ago with Dale. Rim to rim to rim at the Grand Canyon. Well, he received word earlier this week that that will be no longer possible due to COVID-19 and restriction from the national park. So, first of all, Dale, tell us about this and your feelings on this and what's next still for you.
Well, yeah, it was very disappointing. Of course, not being able to go in. We'd all planned so much to go in and hike, going down on the 20th of April. But you know, looking at it, even though I'm, I'm a little bit down because it happened, I would have done the same thing. I was in Parks and Recreation for 47 years.
Yes.
And I've done the same thing they did.
Yeah.
And we're going to reschedule it. It looks like we're going to reschedule it to October. Everything is going normal, of course.
Yes.
And they're going to give the people that had the permits priority on honoring the old permits that were canceled. So I think it'll work out all right. I know that I'm going to be hiking, at least my plans are, if I can get into Canada, to go up on July the day after the 4th of July, 5th of July. That's what that would be, wouldn't it? Be the 5th.
Yes, that's what it would be. Yeah.
And start hiking in northern Newfoundland, trying to finish up about 1,000 miles of the last of the Eastern Continental Trail, that 5,500-mile trail I'm doing, and supposed to be doing it in 3 stages over a 3-year period.
Yes, yeah.
And I might be October, if everything goes right in Newfoundland and Brunswick and Nova Scotia and in Maine, as well as we go through Quebec as well.
Wow.
Then I will be back here around the 1st of October and be able to challenge that Guinness approved challenge in October this year. And rim to rim to rim.
And you'll be 85 then, right?
Yeah, I'll be 85.
Wow, that's another year. But what are you going to say, Dave?
I've got the ultimate trick for him when he turns 90.
Oh, you do? Listen to this.
He kind of revisit some of these. He can start at the southern end of the Appalachian Trail, go all the way to the end.
Okay.
Then bicycle across and to the headwaters of the Mississippi and paddle back down to the Gulf. And then bicycle back.
You know, there has been a couple people that did exactly that. Go to the other end and turn around and go right back. That's called
bicycle across.
That's called the start.
To the Grand Canyon and do all that.
Now wait. Now, so what is that called, Dale?
Well, I just made that up.
Oh, you just made that up.
You come back to where you started. So it would be like the rim to rim to rim.
Yeah.
So you go right back to where you started.
And be at age 90. Yeah, I mean, so, but I know, Dale, the preparation and everything, your team, I think there were 6 of you, right?
Counting me.
Yeah, counting you, your team, and I think it's you said Teresa Tilton or something like that was your team leader, and
that's correct.
Yeah, and she was trying to get the parks and everything like that, and we know this is just part of it. I read one of these things here that someone posted and said, "Sad day in the Sanders home. Although physically, thank God, we're okay." I just sent the following.
Yeah, that's one of my writings there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you're saying, that you sent this message to Guinness because you had gone through all. I mean, you just can't do a Guinness in one day. I mean, this had been a preparation for what, several months, right?
Oh, months, yeah. It's really a lot of loops you have to jump through to get Guinness to approve you to challenge a record.
Yeah.
So I jumped through those loops, and they postponed it without any question. They understand what's happening, and that's the reason they said no problem. They've even postponed it if I want to wait until the same week next year and do it.
Do it again.
So I got plenty of time to pull it off.
And your sponsors, I know you sent out a thing to your sponsors. What's that, Z-Pack?
Yeah, I got Z-Packs as one of my sponsors, and then the other one is
Imbricor Medical.
Imbricor Medical, yeah, Imbricor Medical.
And I'm sure all those sponsors understand that and everything. But Dale, you come a long way from Lick Skillet, Kentucky. So I'll just say that, okay? Lick Skillet, Kentucky. Yeah, you and Jesse James and family. All this is coming on my top of my head here.
Well, yeah, Jesse James, mom and dad both grew up in Lick Skillet. Matter of fact, there's a little bitty community there.
Well,
there's a graveyard. Back in the old days, everybody had their own graveyard.
Yeah.
On the farm I grew up in, they call themselves Janes, Janes.
Oh, really?
And some people said they were so embarrassed because when the kids left there and they went to Missouri, and then Jesse turned bad and Frank. Yeah. So when they buried themselves, instead of calling him James, they call him James. They put it different on the tombstone. So I don't know. Those may be relatives of Jesse right there.
Oh, Dale.
Where I grew up.
Yeah, I
could
knew
just something may be mean and honorary.
Now watch it now. Watch it now, Dale. You're the most unlikely mean and honorary person I know. So. I know that Dale.
Well, I just said that with tongue in cheek.
I know it. Well, thank you, Dale. Appreciate you being with us. We're sad for you, but at the same time, these are crazy times, Dale. I never thought in my lifetime that we would see what's going on now, and so we've got to.
I've never seen anything like this.
No, we got to take care of ourselves, and you're one of those guys. I can't imagine just sitting around the house watching TV or reading a book or something.
Well, actually, my wife and I are doing projects, and we really, it's very rewarding. I go to bed at night and get a good night's rest because I did a lot of things around the house, and it's really kind of neat.
What about the barn?
Well, we haven't actually started framing the woodwork on it yet, but
okay.
I'm waiting until a couple of contractors become available. And,
okay.
I've been doing little things, getting ready for it. I can start tomorrow if I can find a contractor wanting to start working on it.
All right. You can start a lot of things tomorrow. Dale, thank you, buddy. We appreciate you. You hang in there and stay in touch and let us know what's going on, okay?
I got something
I
special
appreciate
for him.
all you guys down there.
All right.
Take care.
Before we let you
go. Have a nice day.
Well, hold on now, Dale. Before you go, we have a presentation for you, for Dale Sanders from Gene Smith. What do you got for Dale, Gene?
Oh, my gracious.
What do you got for him, Gene?
I made you a walking stick. It's got your face on top of it.
That is absolutely fantastic. I think I've heard about your walking sticks before. I saw one of them one time, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Well, he's got it for you.
Oh, man.
Now,
that is so super.
Describe it, Gene. What is it? What does it look like?
Well, it's made out of cedar. It may be a tad heavy, but I got lighter ones if you want to carry one. But it's got your profile on top. It's a guy with a beard with a toboggan on.
So anyway, he'll get
wood.
Yeah, Gene he's done that for you, Dale, and he'll get it to you somehow. Of social distancing from 6 feet, but Gene wanted.
Well, we're trying to. The six of us are trying to go you can still hike in Alabama. If it's still this way on the 20th of April,
Yeah.
we're going to go down and hike in Alabama for a couple of days.
Well, take
instead
it.
of the
But you
Grand
can't
Canyon
get back in
hiking.
Tennessee.
So I'd like to hike in. If I get my hands on it, I'll use that in Alabama. on
Yeah,
20th
but
of April.
Gene just said you can't get back in Tennessee once you leave. Did you know that? So.
Oh my gracious! I'm not leaving Tennessee then.
Well, we'll hook you guys up. Thanks, Gene. Thank you again. We'll talk to you, Dale. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
All right. I will get Gene you Dale's telephone number, and y'all can
Yeah.
work that out. You need to take a picture of that thing and post it someplace.
Yeah, it's
Facebook.
on Facebook.
It is it on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we got a couple of minutes here. Before I talk about next week's show,
Well, I got a story about Jesse James.
you got a story about Jesse James. All right,
Yeah, well-
folks, so you ready for this? All right, here it comes. Gene
One
Smith.
time they gonna rob the train. He said he come in there boast real loud and everything. He said, "I'm gonna rob all the men and kiss all the women." This little old maid said, "No." Her husband said, "You better leave him alone." She said, "You let Jesse rob this train."
Dave, it's hard to stop that, right?
It is. He's on a roll, folks. He's on a roll.
Well, Dave, you'll be
And,
back with me in a couple of weeks when we have Ed Carter in studio. I appreciate you going to be doing that. Any words of wisdom before we let you go?
No, just this is the prime time to be thinking about, if you have a lease or a place you hunt, to be thinking about food plots and
Yep.
what you're putting out. I got some late clover in about a week ago. Put some in. I usually sow it in the fall, but
Hey, let's
you
do
know, that's,
everything now. We don't know about how things are going, but appreciate.
But we was talking about the youth killing turkeys. One of the big changes, you can probably remember when our youth hunt was in the middle of May. It was after the season.
Yes, it was.
And there was some of us, we argued, to move it to the front. But you'd be surprised, how much resistance we got,
Huh.
from that.
Well,
but,
somebody wanted to kill turkeys for the kids, and that's just not right. That's not
but,
right. Well, I got to get out of here. Let me tell you about next week's show, then I'll say bye to these guys. We're going to have Bruce Aiken, that's right, the CEO of BASS, is going to be on the show next week to talk about these times and what they're doing about tournaments and things along that line. Then we're also going to talk to Travis Watson and Danny Stoner of our good friends at Pradco. Not talking about fishing lures, y'all. They are now making hand sanitizers and face shields now for our nurses and things along that line. Pradco has switched over to do that, and we're going to talk to those guys. Of course, Ron Wong and John Gordon will be our co-host. So all I can say, guys, hang in there.
I'm just sitting here waiting on my government check.
Keep sitting, Dave. Keep sitting, Dave. Shelby McCall, thank you. If you want a copy of Memories of Spring by our good friends Ron and Tess Jolly, they'll send you a signed copy of Jolly's Outdoor Vision, $30. Make the check out to Jolly's Outdoor Vision, $30 check. And the address is 204 Fast Lane in Tuskegee, Alabama, 36083. And we'll have that posted on LR Outdoors also. Doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what? God bless the USA.